Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, March 29th, 2022. I think that's right. At least I know it's a Wednesday. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you today is a completed video that I made a couple of days ago of 2 completed shawls that I've already shipped. One of them was originally going to be a shawl to send to Rose of Rose Likes Crochet for the March lightweight shawl collection for wings. However, I think it turned out a little bit too heavy, so I finished that shawl, and then I decided to make another shawl and send each one to my aunts who live in Florida. So anyway, I'm going to pop that video in here, and then I'll come back. Here's another shawl that I just finished, and the reason why I'm recording these like this is because I'm getting ready to ship them, and I'm not really ready to make a full video. So anyway, this pattern is the Fiber Flux High Tide shawl, and for this one I used Lion Brand ice cream yarn in the color Moon Mist. Both yarns used for these 2 shawls was a number 3 yarn, and let's see, this shawl measures about 17 by, well, I think it's about 6 feet long, maybe a little longer. And I used about 2.5 skeins of that yarn. Okay, here's a shawl that I recently made. It's a pattern by the Crochet crowd called the Easy Shells Wrap. I used the Lion Brand Mandela yarn in the colorway Liger, L-I-G-E-R. It measures about 14 inches wide and 68 inches long. I guess the camera is pretty close to it, so it's hard to see the whole thing. So, anyway, now I'm going to show you some things I'm working on. I have really caught the shawl bug, and I'm enjoying it so much. I have now decided to make shawls for people in my life, and the next ones I'm making are for a childhood friend who just became a grandma, and I'm also making one for her daughter, who is the mother of the new baby. First one I have here is, again, the shawl by Crochet Crowd that I just showed you a finished one of in the previous part. I am using Red Heart ombre yarn, and this is the color Jazzy. It's various shades of pink. And it's a number 4 yarn. The color is fuchsia. For this one, I'm using an eye hook, which is the hook size called for by the yarn. And this one here is also using Red Heart ombre yarn, and it's Anemone, A-N-E-M-O-N-E. And for this one, I'm using a K hook, and I'm using the pattern Simple Shells by Marley Bird. That was in increments of 6 plus 2, and I just did a chain of 6 until I got it to be as wide as I wanted. I think it's about 18 inches. Today is not my most fun technology day. My laptop decided to do upgrades, or whatever you call it, and it just won't work for anything else. I'm trying to learn a software called OBS. But my son tells me that for that you need a dedicated graphics card, and he says my laptop doesn't have a graphics card, even though I am able to play Microsoft Solitaire on there. So I don't know how that works, but I'm going to try anyway. I have this other project that I have decided to frog. This was one of my dumb ideas. I started off making very bulky blanket using let's see, how many strands of yarn did I have for this? 4 strands of yarn, 4 strands of worsted weight yarn. And my plan was to make strips and somehow invent a way of connecting the strips and disconnecting them when I ever wanted to wash them in my high-intensity washing machine. Now that's another long story. The high-intensity washer, high-efficiency washer, HE for short, it's supposed to be very efficient. It might be efficient on water, but it's not efficient on electricity. Each load takes a really long time. And then the washer does not like heavy loads. Like for instance, I try to wash 1 pair of blue jeans and it gets unbalanced. Then I have to go back and do rinse and spin or drain and spin to get the thing drained out. And I thought, well, these bulky blankets would be great, but I wouldn't be able to wash the whole thing in the washer at the same time. Then I finally decided, that's a dumb idea. What do I need with a bulky blanket? What does anybody need with a bulky blanket? Just make several blankets and put them on top of each other. So I'm going to frog this out and just make baskets. I bet I could wash a basket or 2 in that washer and trick it into thinking this is not a heavy load. I don't know. I have tried many different things. So the washer is another long story. There's plenty of videos on YouTube about these HE washer machines. If I was to do it again, I would not buy an HE washer. I paid attention to the salesman at the Lowe's store who was telling me how wonderful they were and how great they are, and I should have thought, oh yeah, well, probably for him. Maybe there's a thing where he's getting high commission or something. But I would opt for a regular tumbler machine. Those things, you could do a load in 30 minutes. It may not be efficient on water, but it was certainly more efficient on electricity. So anyway, that is the rest of my video for today. I am continuing to try to learn other software so I can make better videos, and I don't know where it'll go, but that's it for today. And I hope you enjoyed watching my video. I did want to get in here and at least say hello because it's been a couple weeks since I made a video. So you all have a wonderful day, week, and I will see you again soon. I'm coming up with a review of a snack, a keto snack that I recently purchased. So see you again. Take care.